Welcome back. Episode 3 of the ThePunchHour podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Sam.
Okay. How we doing?
I'm doing good, man. Today's what? I don't want to leak, but today's Saturday. It's pretty late.
What do you mean leak?
The date. I like having some continuity with like the dates, but
whatever, dude. Who doesn't matter, bro?
I had myself a pretty rough week. At least when it comes to school, I have a lot of assignments. I said it's that time of year. Exams are coming. I finished my journalism application for school. Finished another paper, 5-page paper, and I'm currently working on a 15-page paper that's due Monday. I'm about halfway through it right now. Probably gonna literally work on it after this podcast is over, but yeah, but it's had a pretty rough week just with school and everything. When it comes to the content on the channel, Chris has been my freaking absolute wingman.
Yes, dude.
Literally,
literally the last like 2-3 days, I've made like what, 6? I've edited 6 episodes of Let's Play. I will add 2. They're not hard to edit, but like, you know, it's still like I'm like that's 6 videos.
Consistent uploads is something I would never imagine this early in
Consistent
the YouTube
and
channel.
Not to pat myself in the back, but like some of those edits are pretty funny.
I think some of those edits are great.
Some of those.
So I do enjoy watching the Let's Plays. So and we upload on TikTok and Twitter and everything. So seeing all that come to fruition is really awesome. Yeah. Plus, also we also went to Young Bae concert.
Oh yeah.
Kind of already.
Before we go into that again, I will add. Technically, this should be episode 4, but somebody.
It wasn't my fault.
Somebody, after we recorded, their file got corrupted, so we had to completely scrap the episode. It was like an hour and like 20 minutes or something too, right?
Yeah, we recorded an episode earlier this week, but my file corrupted. I fixed the issue. Like, this shouldn't happen ever again, at least not for the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
But it's over now. We moved on. We talked about a lot of things in that podcast that's never going to come out, sadly.
The lost
episode. I do want to. I will touch on some of those things. Like number one, obviously, we went to the Young Bae concert. It's been a week now, right? Or no, it's been 2 weeks. It's been a week.
Yeah, it's been a week. Yeah, a week from.
It's been exactly. It's been a week from today. So I'm going to go watch it. Really cool seeing Young Bae and all that. We kind of already touched upon this, but yeah. If you honestly just go watch the video, put it in the corner right there. It was a fun time. So if you have more questions about it, just ask us in the comments. We didn't really like I said. I do want it, but this basically. I already said this on the last podcast, but
the lost episode, yeah.
The last episode was that this basically like doing the Young Bae stuff basically reaffirmed for me that I definitely want to do IRL stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, IRL for sure is definitely gonna be like a focus. I have something I want to do for December, personally, but we'll see. So I just need to get my hands on one of those camera stabilizers,
a gimbal.
A gimbal.
Gimbal.
A gimbal, something like that. I was looking ones on Amazon. I might order one right before exams. Mm-hmm. That way, I have something because holding your camera like this in the middle of Chicago is like asking to get robbed.
Yeah, for real.
So at least holding something that's a little bit more serious, maybe gives me a little more credibility. And plus, I said I don't like the shaky cam because there was so many clips I wanted to put in the video, but I couldn't because the camera was literally just like. So, but yeah, Young Bae was awesome. What else? Other news.
I mean, I don't know. My week's just been working and studying and shit. Oh, before we did this, it was due by midnight as of recording. 96 out of 100 on a test. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
It's pretty lit. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Sam. I got this week. And then next week is my last week, so I gotta make this. I gotta make this shit count.
I got 2 more weeks, but this week, so I got like projects and stuff, but like I have confirmed I have like 3 finals, like official finals, where like 2 of them like are like papers, like not papers. 2 of them are like paper, like question multiple choice type beat.
Yeah,
and then one of them just a presentation, which is like so crazy because like this one class, I had to write a paper every week. every week on Tuesday there was a paper due, and it wasn't like obviously it's not gonna be like 5 pages, but it's still like that's
Like,
still like
damn.
500 word
Yeah, you got to
500 words I gotta write.
sit down for a few hours, write, edit, all that bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that every week, and now listen, I'm done. So I had to write 2 essays total for that paper, and then the essay every week. Like you had like the weekly assignment plus 2 essays, and guess what? Right now I have like a B plus. I just have to do this final presentation. Like literally, I just have to sit there for 5 minutes and talk. And I'm like, this is the final project. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
So I really only have 2 finals, but that's like I said, it's 2 weeks from now, so I shouldn't be too bad. Like this is definitely like I always say this, like it's clutch or kick time. Like we're really in the end game now.
Hmm.
Where like this is where it decides this point of here's the average where I am in all my classes, and not whether I decide to go up from here, like trend upwards, get a higher letter grade, or trend downwards, get a lower letter grade.
Yeah.
Which right now I'm sitting in a pretty good spot. Like I'm
Hmm.
fine. I'm not like failing school. It's like I said, perspective is everything. I don't think I've told this story on the podcast
Probably
yet,
not.
but
What?
like. Um, One time I said I had a B in one of my classes, like a pretty low B, like almost a C, in one of my like English classes, and it's like a pretty like it's supposed to be like a gen ed, like not that hard, and like writing's supposed to be like my specialty, so I'm kind of like, how do I have like a low B in this class? Like, oh, I'm so angry, yada yada. And I went to go take a piss, right? And this one guy just asked me out of the blue, like, "Hey, how you doing in this class, man?" I was like, like, I got a low B, whatever. Like, we'll see how we'll do in the next couple projects. I was like, I'm like, whatever. Like, I said, I'm in a bad mood. Like, I tell him, like, the way I tell him I have a B, it makes it sound like I'm failing this class. They're like, man, I'm
Yeah.
not
You're
doing
like,
that well,
man, dude, I'm getting a fucking B,
Exactly.
dude.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, he tells me he's like, I have a 42%. I was like, oh, that's good luck with that, man.
Yeah,
So
that's at least my classes are really tiny. They're very specific. Like I'm in like anatomy and physiology. There's like 8 other like, and they're obviously they're girls in it, but like especially in high school, like and even if I was doing bad in a class, I always be like, well, it's not to be like settle, but like there's always somebody that's better. I guess no, this works in life. There's always going to be people that are far better than you, but there's always going to be people that are far worse than you at any
yeah,
situation in life, any point in life right now. There's always somebody
so
worse off.
so it was just a little bit of perspective is everything. So as long as I pass my classes, I honestly don't care because once I get that degree, I'm gonna hang it over my desk or whatever and
That
be
piece
like,
of
I
paper,
did it,
dog.
I did it.
Piece of paper
Exactly.
worth like what, like 60,000 or some shit, 50,000.
Something like that. But water break.
What are you sipping
Uh,
on? I don't know. You
I
have a
got
drink.
water.
Oh,
I
I
got water.
have chamomile tea
Ooh,
in
so
this giant.
exquisite.
Is this Starbucks? Yeah, giant Starbucks mug.
Nice. Yeah, usually I drink like 3 things nowadays. Like actually 4 depending on where I'm at the year. Like if I don't care about diet, it's 4. Number 1 is obviously water. Number 2 is like tea, and number 3 is fruit punch. Because I was like I don't like
I think
carbonation.
I think
Carbonation.
you're missing one.
What am I missing? But like the 4 is a milk. Actually, the 4 is
Ew.
milk. Usually,
No, milk's fine.
usually like if I'm caring about my diet, I usually try to cut out all like extra fats and like like tea is like whatever if it's low sugar, it's not that big of a deal. It's just something that's not water.
Yeah.
And then fruit punch is like my default. Like I say, like it's a cheat day. I want to go to freaking like not McDonald's, but like I don't know.
It's a cheat day. Eat something you're not supposed to
Yeah,
eat.
like Canes. I get like some chicken. Usually, chicken's like my favorite like cheat meal.
Hmm.
And like I just get fruit punch because I was like because everything else is like it's Sprite, Coke, like all these like carbonated stuff. It's like at least fruit punch is just like sugar.
Yeah.
So and it's just like it's like essentially sugar water. So it's just kind of like fruit punch. So I usually get like use like Canes. I get like the 6-piece tender meal, 2 Texas toasts with a fruit punch. I'm just like this shit bust.
Living lavish.
I usually I get that like every other Sunday. Like I usually go to like play basketball and I'm like I'm kind of hungry. I want to eat something. But I said I kind of like this month I'm totally cutting out the gym. Not because I don't want to, because school is just too important.
Time.
And yeah, time is huge. Time management. So that's what I was like wondering like how the heck Chris managed to get all those videos up because literally I'd be like finishing work on late at night and then I just see new Power Punch episodes out. And I'm like, I didn't do that.
Okay, again, it's odd timing for my situation. So it's my Well, technically, I should have spent a little more time studying this week, but hey, I still got a 96 out of 100 on my test, so.
That's a dub. That's a dub.
And my work, since it's winter, we're a smaller store, so we're closed Monday through Wednesday, and
Oh.
so just
That actually makes sense.
Yeah,
Business versus PvP.
yeah, so during the week it's just Monday through Wednesday. That's just when I do my main studying for my anatomy class, and just. And again, those let's plays, I could honestly get one done. I could probably get one done in 30 to 45 minutes, from start to upload.
Yeah.
So,
but another thing I wanted to mention for Let's Play stuff, I was considering doing it tonight, and I might just do it. So I sent a text earlier today to Chris, and I'm wearing the shirt because of it. Is that the new Destiny content comes out, I think, Thursday or Tuesday? This because they said they said in the last TWAB that this is the last TWAB before the new content drop comes out before Witch Queen.
Yeah.
So I was I said specifically a while back, as soon as that first content drops, I need to start grinding. I need to start grinding Destiny high key.
Yeah.
Because by the time Witch Queen drops, it'll be too late to get all the old stuff in preparation for it. I'm dead ass considering switching classes. Just fully committing to Titan or Warlock for Witch Queen for PvE stuff because I know like I said, I love playing Hunter. Hunter's my favorite class, but it's just not. It's just not ideal. Tether is just so pointless without Divinity exists. What's the new one called? The laser fusion rifle thing for this season. Tether's kind of irrelevant because the debuffs don't stack.
Yeah.
So you can only have one.
The only point of Tether is ad clear and orb generation.
And even then, there's better supers that do that.
Yeah.
I mean, so literally, and I love Hunters for PvP because half the reason I play Destiny is the PvP. So I just love doing that stuff. So, but I'm dead ass considering. I'm thinking I'm gonna switch to Warlock because Chris over here is a freaking Chris over here. Yes.
Yeah. Chris over, I'm on the right usually.
Chris over here is a freaking it's a Titan main.
Yeah.
So I'm considering switching to Warlock permanently just so I can really get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Of PvP and PvE. But I said Hunter's always going to be a special place in my heart. So, but the reason I was considering talking about this is in the first place is I want to do consistent streams on just grinding. But I don't think we could stream on the Power Punch channel. I think we would stream on our personals because we would both be playing. You know what I mean? Funny
enough, I was actually just thinking about that the last couple of days because I was like, damn, I could stream because I've had a little bit of free time, I was saying, since I've been editing those, and I have my winter break coming up. We both do, but I'm gonna have a lot more time off.
Yeah,
why not?
I have some IRL stuff maybe planned for January / December.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have a decent chunk of time to work in January for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for this Destiny content. I really I want to because being part of Deepstone Crypt right when it came out, I literally stood up till 5 a.m. grinding stuff, and I had to explain to my roommate hey, don't bother me. I told my neighbors too, literally just text me first. Don't knock on my door. I'm really gonna be laser in focus. I don't think I have the screenshot anymore, but I saved the VOD on my first attempt on Deepstone Crypt.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, also Destiny, great game, awesome game. Go play it for the raids.
Been playing it for 6 years.
Yeah, I've been playing since release.
The
raids fucking make the game what it is, and something I always wanted to do is a world's first race. Always get a good raid team and just jump into the action. And that was my first ever official one because I was either too young, I had school or something.
Yeah, it comes out on a school night or some shit.
Yeah, why did you? I still to this day I remember when the freaking King's Fall came out. It was on a Wednesday or something. Why? Dude, give me the weekend. Because you take my squad Prime 2015, I guarantee you we get at least top 1,000 or something. All right, and that's on God. Because I remember the first time we did it, we beat it on the weekend after it came out, and we got it within a couple tries. So we were just let's go.
Nice.
So, but I
contrary to that, in Deepstone Crypt, they specifically launched it on a Saturday.
It was a weekday. Or was it
Friday? No, no, no,
Saturday?
no. They did it on a Friday or Saturday, just so like they're like everyone could be part of this.
Yeah, and plus also this is during like COVID times, so
True,
like
that's true. A lot more people
if
indoors,
like this was
more
like
at
prime
home.
COVID. Like this is like fall of 2020. Like no vaccines, no
Or so
nothing.
yeah,
Like,
it was
everyone's
yeah. So the COVID update dropped in March of 2020,
yes.
and
So
then
like
this
yeah,
was
this was
November
no November for sure.
November of
Oh,
2020. So it
is
was
it has it
still
been a year? I'm gonna look this up now.
yes.
Now you got me curious.
No, it's
I
been
know
like
it's been a
2
year.
years. No, no, no. It's been like 2 years, dude.
Let me look
No,
up Deep Stone Crypt release date. That's what I want to know. I want to know
it
this.
was in November. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's been a
December
year.
2nd. Oh my God, it's been almost exactly a year. It's December 2nd. I
Damn.
literally have I have clips from Deep Stone Crypt. Like I said, I didn't save the VOD. I had a full VOD. It's like no joke, like 19 hours long.
Oh my
So
god.
obviously, if you ever did Deep Stone Crypt, or if you don't know anything about Destiny, first of all, go play it. Fun game. I
Lots
think,
of fun.
especially in 2021, free to
There's
play.
free to play stuff for anyone just to pick up the game and mess around, and it goes all the way
Yeah.
to you could spend every waking moment of your life playing it. So
Bungie really like evolved. Like I said, like I think the game was just significantly different in like 2014, but like the gameplay, like the core fundamental Bungie gameplay hasn't changed. And
yeah.
I said the big reason why I played it is because I loved Halo growing up, and then like this is like Bungie's new thing. So like
Mhm. It was
I'll
their
say
next
I'll be the
baby.
first.
They dropped
Yeah,
Halo. What they worked on next basically was Destiny, and that's
yeah. I'll be the first one to say it, but like Destiny straight up changed my life. Like I would have never met like a lot of my friends I know today through like I said, because I had friends who like lived like a lot far away from me, and like I met new friends in Destiny, and like we met in real life. Like seeing like meeting somebody you've only talked to online in
so
person was
it's
like
so
so surreal.
sweet. It's so sweet.
Like I remember the first time. I can't. I'm not gonna leak it here. I'll probably
Yeah.
send the clip to. I'll send the clip to him though. I saw my friend who I've only heard playing like Call of Duty and Destiny, and he's like in the flesh, like freaking like finally it's good to meet you, bro. It's just like finally for the first time. So for sure, I'll be the first one to say that Destiny easily changed my life. So like I'll be
Oh,
forever grateful.
again,
And
I agree. I'm still gonna buy every DLC even though I don't play it a lot. Cause yeah, like if you were to take out Destiny, like I wouldn't be the person I am. It sounds kind of corny, but it's the fact that again,
it's
this
true.
game is running for 7 years. It came out when I was in middle school, and I've played it since I've been in middle school. It's like literally like if you were to take it out, like there'd be so much that I wouldn't be the same person at all.
Yeah. Like for sure, like yeah, definitely. So like I said, so they had like a big announcement in 2021 for all this new content that's coming out, and I participated in Deep Sun Crypt, like world's first race, which is so much fun. It's because when you're like a kid, right? When you were like in middle school, when Vault of Glass and Cortez come out, all these puzzles seem like so difficult, but in reality, they're just not that. They're not that bad.
They're
Like
not,
'cause I
but
remember like
it's hard because you gotta figure it out.
right. So like yeah. So basically, to give you the rundown, what happened to me on Deep Stone Crypt, I'll give you like the 1 minute version. First two sections were basically, we kind of struggled to like what to do for like the first hour, and we're like, oh, we gotta do this, and then once we figured it out, it was just a matter of doing it. And once we did it, we got stuck at Atrax, and Atrax is like the boss where you have like multiple enemies,
Yeah, or there's
and
multiple clones of Atrax. Yeah, for people listening to Atrax on the that he was the boss that everyone got like that took out almost
that
all
was
of the
like
runners. That was like the what would it be? It was a speed bump. It was a giant speed bump.
yeah. Like everyone had like if you couldn't get past you couldn't get to the ending boss unless you got past the Atrax. And for us, but at certain point, like from like I want to say like 7 p.m. because like we got there like I remember we got to Atrax like all right, we're taking a quick break. We're taking like a 30-minute break, 30-minute intermission. I had like some chicken nuggets I ate, and I bought myself some Monster Energies just in case this went pretty late, and it ended up going super late. But we got stuck at Atrax, and the
Mm-hmm.
problem wasn't we didn't know what to do. Like by the time we had it down to a T. We had a system. We had like literally like everything was going our way. We just didn't have the numbers. We did not
Yep.
have the deeps, especially on day one. Day one, they specifically make it harder to do on day one so not anybody can just beat it. Like day two, but there's like 1,000 clears more
Oh, so
because
day two as well. Like, yeah, it's like this next day or two, people have
it's
like,
a joke.
yeah, so this is, yeah, it's a joke. Like, so yeah, this is the most optimal strategy. You can actually beat the boss in 0.7 seconds if you use this, like that type of shit. Where it's like day one, people are like crying and shit, like they want to fucking die.
Day one is literally almost impossible. Like I said, I took it. I still have the screenshot of that. I don't have the VOD, but I have a screenshot. I literally have a screenshot of Atrax's health, and it's literally like a little sliver before like the end phase, and we never got to the end phase, so
Mm-hmm.
we thought it was just gonna be like a dips, like just hit him as hard as you can. Like we were like, oh my god, we were this close to the ending phase, and we just never got it. And I said that was with a group of guys I basically never played Destiny with. I literally just got last minute because
Like,
all my friends get like changed their minds last
uh,
second to like do deep stone crypt. So I got a bunch of Randys, and some of those Randys I definitely would play again. But it just we didn't get it. We got stuck, and I was so sad because we literally just spent like 12 hours on this one boss and we never got it. So, but I didn't do Vault of Glass 2.0 last year because I just didn't feel like doing it, to be honest with you, because I didn't have like same reason I didn't have a squad. But
I
first,
tried VOG when it first came out, or like the
yeah,
VOG
yeah, I
2.0.
remember
Dude,
pretty hard.
context, yeah. VOG was the first raid in
Also,
D1. What?
weren't you super under levered? I remember
Yes,
like
yes,
all
that's what I was going to add into. So yeah, again, like Sam said, every day one race they make it a lot harder, so you can't just, even if you're as OP as you can be, it's still like you're still like 10 to 20 levels under. And yeah, I was under leveled. We couldn't even get past the opening phase. There's an area where you're outside of the vault of glass. You have to like open it up. We couldn't even do that. The enemies were that difficult. So I think we ended
yeah, I was
up
gonna
being able to get
say
past it because we got carried or some shit.
like I remember you watching you do it, and you were like supremely excited because we got friends that would like to play with us, but they're just not committed to the grind, you know?
They used to, like, obviously when we were younger, but it's just like now it's just they'd rather be playing other stuff or like life
Yeah,
responsibilities that people our age. So
yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna say I want to like really like hone in because I said when it comes to games, like I'll just replace my CS:GO time with Destiny time, right?
yeah,
And I said I want to stream it because I was like, I love like finding new people in the Destiny community to play with, and I would love to start a new clan and just like because like
just
the clan I'm
start
in right now
anew.
is just my new clan I'm in right now is just really small. Oh, no, it's really big. I mean, it's like very like almost like I just kind of get it for the clan experience.
Hmm.
But like I said, I would like to join your clan, Chris. But like
Ours is tiny.
honestly,
We have nobody
yeah,
like that's
yeah, and
active.
and, and, and it's dead. Kind of like so like honestly, like we should like I don't know if like stream on the Power Punch channel, but maybe like stream on our own
And
channels, and then
just play
like
together.
just
Yeah.
like just grind, and then try to get like people to play on our with us on Discord.
Hmm.
Because like now we can just get like a full like squad ready to go. So like, we got the good news is we got time, and there's definitely gonna be people who are like us, like ready to go.
Hmm.
Type beat, just like hey, I'm ready. Like I got freaking all these clears. Like here's my stats. Like I got these guns. Like hey, like it's like we want you, man. Like come join us. Like
Yeah.
please, like we want to get this like because I just want to get the world's first clear. Like I don't want to get like I don't want to get like the number one spot. I just want to clear the damn thing.
Hmm.
Just
Get that
beating it by
emblem. If
itself.
you beat in the first
The
24
em-
hours, you get a special
I
emblem.
just want the emblem.
Yeah.
I said being like
You know
the
what?
first to do is a little hard, but
Actually, never. I was just gonna say no. I was gonna say no. We could do that dungeon worlds first, but that comes out in like a week, so we don't have time to
you
prepare.
know, I said I was just I was and plus it costs money, and I don't really want to buy it right now.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say
I cut
honestly, I'd be down to see what it is, just watch the streamers play it, and then
let's just
eventually buy it.
let's dead ass like I said I'm already halfway through my essay. Like I said, the rest of it like I pretty much know exactly what I'm gonna type.
Hmm.
Like I'm down after this to like just play Destiny. Like I said, I wanted to kind of like just grind for a while. Like I got a lot of stuff I want to do, but what do you gotta do?
Nothing. I mean, tomorrow I just work and have more homework shit, and
Yeah,
like
tomorrow so
tonight,
I'm just gonna
today, like as of like now, I'm fine. I can play Destiny. So,
I might do that, but
hey,
yeah,
post
Destiny.
podcast plans already.
Yeah, but like for example, like I'd probably like after once I turn to like this post December 6th for me is like I'm free
Yeah.
at least for a while because I said I have like exams obviously like in the in December 20s like that area that those couple days.
Hmm.
But post after December 6th I had a bunch of stuff due this week and then like that Monday. But once I'm done after that, so I'm gonna be probably playing Destiny like all day. Like I said, like it's like it's not like I have friends, but they're kind of in the same boat, so I can't really go hang out with them either. So like now
Yeah.
it's like the perfect time to just like settle in and grind
Be
because
that
when
guy during finals. Yeah, like, hey, do you want to go? Dude, I have a fucking exam in an hour. What are you doing?
exactly. So another thing I wanted to do is I mentioned this on the last episode, but another thing I wanted to go do was watch the new Spider-Man movie,
Dude,
which
that's gonna
comes
be
out
so
December.
good.
It's gonna be so good. Like I said, just go out. If you've seen the trailers, it looks super good. Something I've been doing, so like yeah, ever since we recorded the last episode, I wanted to like first another thing, JoJo's came out. Stone Ocean came
Before we
out,
do
and we
JoJo
want
Stone
me
Ocean, what we should do is literally save that for the last topic, because then we could be like, okay, spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, like just click off the
just pick off.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I said I'll
So
okay.
save it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about JoJo's on the podcast. I said, but like I said, I want to talk about it on this episode. But here's the thing, I still haven't seen it. I still haven't watched it, and here's why. Because we talked about Spider-Man, I was like, kind of want to watch the Spider-Man movies.
Bro, come
I haven't
on.
seen them in. I haven't.
Between the
I
last
know.
episode and this episode, we literally talked, and Sam's like, "Oh
I
yeah,
know.
I'll catch up. I'll watch all the episodes so we can like
I
talk
know.
about it on the podcast and stuff, dude."
I
We're
know.
excited, dude.
Here's the thing. I talked to my brother about it, and I was like, "So have you seen Stone Ocean?" I was like, "Oh, I finished it." It's like, this is the day of the podcast, by the way. Literally, like the next morning, he's like, "Yeah, I finished it." I was like, I don't want to be that guy because I
It's not
kind of
that
want to
long.
like.
It's only 12 episodes.
No, no, exactly. And that's not the length isn't the issue. I don't want to binge it because it's like as soon as I'm done, like there's nothing left. You know what I mean?
And then you talk about it, and then you know what happens? In only a couple weeks, the next 12 episodes come out.
I don't know. I don't like watching stuff with no ending. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. I'm just gonna be tempted to read the manga.
Dude,
To find.
you're complaining about this. Every JoJo anime that's came out prior, it's been every one episode a week. JoJo Fridays. Yes?
Okay, so yeah, I mentioned JoJo Fridays on the last episode, but here's the thing:
The last
I've never actually been a part of it. By the time Part 5 was out, by the time I started watching JoJo's, Part 5 was finished.
Oh, I was into
So
JoJo before Part 5 came out. I was
exactly,
day one.
exactly. So when JoJo's was releasing on Fridays, like I said, I was kind of like, I don't watch JoJo's, I don't really care. And by the time that summer, the summer of 2019 was I really got into it, and basically from the beginning of summer 2019 to the end, I watched all of JoJo's. Like I binged it all at once. So like this, that's just me how I consume shows. Like I used to break it down. Like I don't really do this anymore because like I said, I have a life.
Got real responsibilities and shit. Yeah.
I have a life now, but I used to like break down like these are my weekly shows like for the season. Like oh here's spring 2018 anime. I'm watching Rise of the Shield Hero. I'm watching this. I'm watching this. I'm watching this. And then I got like my wait listed where it's just like these are shows I want to watch that are on my list that I just haven't watched, and then shows I'm currently watching that are like I'm binging. So I had like 3 separate lists of like animes / shows that are just like I'm watching these on a week to week basis because if you watch a show on a week to week basis, like I said, it's like 30 minutes. You watch like 30 minutes for like 30 minutes of a show, I'll be like that was cool, and then you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like if I'm watching a show like One Piece, I'm probably gonna watch like 13 episodes in a row, and then like, I can end it on that note. You know what I mean?
But Sam, here's the thing though. Do I really want to wait like 6 to 8 months for this giant, delicious pork roast, or do I want to get a little morsel every week? Do I want what is it the long term gratification versus like the short term like less
instant gratification. Instant gratification. I don't know.
That's what I'd argue that is. I could wait, but why would I, Sam? I need more.
Instant gratification would be like getting the fucking full steak at the beginning, and that's kind of what I want to do with JoJo's because I don't like just waiting. But
Sam, that's honestly so much part of the culture where it's literally you
I know.
watch it and you go to some subreddit or you go to like your friend. Be like, oh
yeah,
my God,
no.
This is so cool.
I totally get what you're talking about right now because I used to do this with like other shows. Yeah. Like when Darling in the Franxx was at like peak popularity.
Dude, I love that
I was
show.
like on Discord, I was on Reddit, I was like theories, and then by the end of it, I was like, man, that shit sucked.
At the time, I was like, damn, this show's awesome. And then like looking back, it's like I would never want to rewatch the show because
I might rewatch it just for the because there's like one show I really want to rewatch from start to finish is Attack on Titan. Because I watched all of Attack, like every time Attack on Titan has been on TV, I watched on a week-to-week basis. Okay. So like watching, like if someone were to get into Attack on Titan now, and just watch it all the way through to halfway through season 4, I'd be like, could you see it coming? Like, could you see the twist coming? Because I never saw it coming.
I did. I never did either. Yeah. So actually, funny story. I mean, you're probably thinking the same thing. So my dad, he works in construction, and a friend of his like works with him. Yeah. He's into anime. My dad's told me about him before, so he's talking to my dad about Attack on Titan at work, right?
Yeah.
And my dad, like, it was a few days ago, and this was like yesterday. He goes like, "Oh, have you heard of this show? Somebody at work of mine was telling me about it. It's called Attack on Titan." I'm like, "How do you know what that is? Who told you?" So yeah, and then it was yesterday when we were eating dinner. He's like, "Oh, how about I turn that on?" I'm like, "Yeah, go right ahead." But again, my dad.
How far'd you get?
Episode 1. I think we watched episode. We go to episode 2. I look over. He's like asleep on the couch. So I'm like, whatever. But it's a cool what I hate is, I mean, we won't really spoil, but my dad's like in his 40s. He watched JoJo's part 1 through 3 because it's all just fucking like, I'm gonna beat you, and then he fucking punches the shit out of someone. Versus like part 4, 5, and 6, it's like people dressed up as like prostitutes and like, oh my god, I'm gonna lick you with my stand, like that type of shit. He's like, no thanks. But again, it's an anime, so a lot of the trope shit is like he does not care for. But like, I wish I could just show him like the opening of part 4. Or like the not opening, but like the combat.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, in not part 4.
Like like I said, we were talking about JoJo's.
Season 4,
and I got
Attack on Titan.
I got the clip recommended to me from JoJo's, like the Jotaro versus Kira, and like where he like fucking absolutely just shits on him. I was like, hell yeah, like this is badass. But like Attack on Titan for sure. I said like I definitely want to rewatch that from start to finish because I feel like there's parts of season 1 that are like, hell yeah, and then season 2 was like, yes, so then season 3 was like,
snooze. The opening, again, it's so confusing. The beginning of season 3, it's like, oh my god, and then it's like, oh,
yeah. Like it's hard to like watch. I think Attack on Titan shows is probably one of the worst shows because like I honestly do believe that there's like shows that are good on a week-to-week basis and shows that are bad on a week-to-week basis. Like Attack on Titan is definitely one of the worst shows to watch on a week-to-week basis because just like
looking back,
it's just like you can't see the bigger picture. Versus like JoJo's, it's like a new stand user.
Whoa, enemy of the week.
Exactly. So, like I said, one of my favorite animes to watch on a week-to-week basis was Yuru Camp, and it's super. Like I said, it's super generic, but that's kind of the point. It's not supposed to be like a drama. It was literally just about a bunch of girls that camp. And it was just very like comforting, and there's like no really plot, so just watching it for like 20 minutes.
Yo, that's a little sussy.
You can look it up; it's super wholesome.
Oh my god, it's wholesome.
So like, I was just watching like I watched 20 minutes of it before I went to sleep. I just like watched all my weekly shows all at once, and then like I'd finish with Yu Camp in like what I want to say 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just be like, yeah, and the versus like if I watch like a super intense episode of like Attack on Titan, and then like it just ends. I'm like, I gotta wait next week.
Yeah,
it was like so. I definitely like would want like shows to come out differently for JoJo to release a big chunk of it, but not all of it at once. It's kind of like, hold up, let me wait a bit. I kind of want to wait for the whole thing to come out. But like I said, this is my personal opinion.
What people are doing too is they're not they're like watching it every week. They're like watch 1 or 2 episodes like to space it out.
Maybe I should do that.
You could do that, but the problem with that is again, I already know like not being a fan of JoJo. I already know. I know all of the sayings and how it ends, but like I don't fucking care. It's still badass, and I've read like a third of the manga of part 6, but that. I don't remember what I was saying. I forgot.
JoJo's,
yeah. But what about it? But yeah, whatever.
It's it's the he already knows what's gonna happen. So like I feel like if I watch it all right now, I feel like I'm gonna go just read the manga and just finish it because that's what
I was gonna say too. You can just technically do it. You can read the manga,
but I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy it.
Well, then shut the fuck up and eat your vegetables.
Whatever.
I don't want to eat my veggies, Mom.
Fucking average. A JoJo anime fan versus manga enjoyer. It's like the Giga Chad meme. But anyway, sorry. Enough of JoJo's. Right?
Oh yeah, we broke that rule. I mean, we didn't spoil it. Okay, we'll go back to it and we'll talk spoilers. Well, you haven't finished it, so it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. So yeah, enough JoJo's for now. So yeah, but fuck. What was my other? I had one thing I wanted to talk about, but because I already mentioned Destiny, I want to talk about that. Oh, current events, uh, stuff. Football. It's like we're running towards the end of football season. So a bunch of championship games are happening on right now. Alabama versus Georgia, Michigan versus Iowa. All those championship games are happening right now. Plus, what's it called? Uh, NFL is like getting through the halfway point. So I just kind of get into like the end of the end of the year in general. It's just that time of year. Um, One thing that I saw a lot of people posting on Instagram was people's recapped of the year of music.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot we talked about the lost episode,
Yeah,
dude.
but
The
they said
fucking
like
the Spotify Wrapped.
yeah, I checked. Said I already gave my reasoning for this. I mentioned a lot on the last episode, but I'm not
Hmm.
gonna restate myself. I don't use Spotify or Apple Music. I use YouTube Music.
TLDR,
Uh,
he's cringe.
it's worth it though.
Use Spotify.
I'm cringe, but it's worth it though. So
True. Actually, yeah, because you get the YouTube Premium, so you don't have
basically, yeah,
ads.
I'll give you the yeah. You don't get no ads, free downloads, and you could close your phone for $2 extra. So yeah.
All right,
But
we did
my
it.
TLDR, we did it. It's a TLDR. My number one artist was probably Kanye, and my number one song was probably Through the Wire. Okay,
Yeah.
done.
And scene. Okay. Mine here, I just got mine pulled up right here. Yeah. So I'll just go through my top 5 artists. Number 1 was
Okay.
Rav. Highly recommend Rav. He's not underground, but he's like not like, unheard of.
Mainstream.
Yeah, mainstream. Kanye, of course. 3, Young Bae. We saw him in concert, obviously. Kill Bill the rapper. Him and Rav are like best friends. Like they make all
Yeah.
their music together. And then 5 was Kid Cudi. But this is for the whole rap of the year. I only got this Spotify account halfway through the year.
Yeah.
So realistically, I should have been Kanye's. Oh yeah, so I was the top 1% of Rav listeners, but I should have been the top 0.001% of Kanye listeners because when I first got into Kanye earlier this year, I listened to it on my friend's account. So all of like my Kanye essence and listening was on my friend's account and not mine. So for nothing, man. Maybe we'll get him next year.
Maybe next year. So yeah, but when it comes to Let's Play stuff, um, I definitely want to play games that are coming out soon in 2022 because I love playing old games, but at the end of the day, everyone's already played them. Like
Yeah,
just watching, like we've only played Super Mario Sunshine once, at least as at the time of this video.
one recording session. Yeah.
And like we only got like what, like not a quarter through the game, but I want to say like at least 10%.
Yeah, we're decent.
Uh,
Yeah, we're decent.
and that was like one session, right? Like we're just gonna speed run through that game. Um, I think playing like other games, like I said, one game I really want to play is Elden Ring. I mentioned it on the Let's Play. Like Elden Ring
Hmm.
is really excited for. And also, I would also love to do one-offs because
One-offs are fun.
like
That would be fun.
like like Fortnite because did you hear about the announcement
yes,
today?
yes. I've seen it. I saw it at
So
work when it came out, dude.
I literally thought it was fake. I literally thought it was like, who made this? This is a pretty
Knowing
good edit.
Fortnite,
And
I knew it was real immediately.
what's
Dude,
up?
I said knowing Fortnite, I knew it was real immediately. I was like,
Really?
bruh, they
Yeah.
did
As soon
it.
as yeah, he literally. It's so what happened was Dwayne the Rock Johnson is officially in Fortnite at the end of Chapter 2. I stopped keeping up with Fortnite a
Like
while ago.
the last
Probably
time
like
the last time I played was like when there was the superhero skins. It was like years ago.
yeah, like 2018, something like that. Like I stopped keeping up with Fortnite a while back, but some kids still play it. I don't really.
My brother
I
still plays.
honest.
This morning when I saw the stuff going on, I go in his room and he was like in the event and shit. And
Huh.
I went to work. I worked at like 4 and I came back at like 10. And I go back to his room like, just to say hi. He's on the same screen. He's had Fortnite open the whole time. Nothing's happened. Like the game's just down. It's just like a gif of his guy just on the screen and nothing happened. Like, Noah, you've just been sitting here. He's like, I'm waiting for something to happen, dude.
So yeah, fucking the Rock's in it. The Chapter 2 ended. I don't know what they changed the map again. I swear, I'm just gonna maul it.
The stuff I've seen on Instagram, there's that account, that Sora GIF account we follow. They
Yeah.
they unironically like Fortnite.
Yeah.
So what I've seen is the island, it just flips upside down to like a new island on the underside. That's what it looked like. So Yeah, I know how original, right?
I suck because there was a time where like I had me and my best friend from where I used to live. Uh, we would play Fortnite duos like all day, like literally all day, and it was literally such a fun experience, but also painful.
Yeah.
So, but now I don't even fucking touch the game anymore. So, but I think like doing a one-off Fortnite thing would be like, oh my god, like
Dude, it'd be funny,
like
dude.
doing more.
I get my brother in it. That'd be funny, actually.
Ooh, so yeah, just more one-off stuff on the content for sure. Um, what
Another
else?
thing too with the Let's Play stuff, I was thinking about it. We can record multiple series at the same time.
Yeah,
Because all we have to do is just sit down for a few hours and record, and the rest of it's just when can I just edit it. I can do
edit
like
it.
episode of this, episode of that. Doesn't have to
Yeah,
only be like, oh, we only do Mario and the next video game, the next. We can bounce around. But just we're getting the groove again. This is what week 3,
week two, week
week
three.
yeah, week 2 or 3 of us uploading. So we're still getting our groundings. We're still just
Yeah,
we're still getting the roots
Uh,
planted.
yeah, the slow grind. Just gotta get our feet in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just foot in the game. What I did see that was super interesting was that I remember I saw this clip of like of some guy sneaking backstage of a Logan Paul event and talking to Logan Paul because he was like he quit his job and like all
Oh,
his yeah, you seen this clip before? And
yeah,
this
I
guy
have.
basically just ask him for a job, and he's like, "All right, bro, I'm level with you." Like dead ass Logan Paul speaking, doesn't even know he's being recorded. Like, yo, you want a job, you want in this like industry, you gotta move to LA, and you gotta freaking talk, make friends with everybody you know, like everyone you want to like make connects with. I'm like thinking to myself, like, okay, first of all, one, we don't live in LA.
We got
Two,
the 20th best city. Fucking
nearby.
yeah.
So, making the connects though is definitely real advice, and I just don't know where to start because like we have so low presence in like the YouTube sphere that like asking I don't know, but I also think that people would like welcome content, like welcome like oh check out these guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I don't know, we gotta find some
I
like
mean, what I how I
more
think of it is
dudes.
with like networking like that with other creators is like we start small, say, eventually get to like a couple hundred subscribers, right? Maybe
Yeah,
eventually and then we find we like there's just some other small channel and we maybe like hang out with them for a bit, that type of thing. Where it's just kind of like we're at the bottom of a canyon and like each person is just like we slowly are climbing up higher and higher, like oh this person we just meet more people as we go as we're climbing up each anchor to anchor you
yeah,
know
for sure. So that's kind of where I'm at right now
where
with
another like
the content.
yeah, like Ludwig for example, like who he didn't have anyone to network to is once he was big enough, once he has like okay I can built enough slack I can reach out
Because like
and
yeah, because a lot of people forget Ludwig started off with the melee content. And listen, I wish I had something like that. Like some like melee is obviously like very niche scene, especially now.
mhm.
At least back then, like there was like dedicated fans, and there still are definitely. But like I don't know,
That was
some.
it's a different time. You
I was
can't
looking at Ludwig's old account, like old YouTube videos, like one of the first videos, like the old mashing videos, and he had like 80K subscribers when that came out, and I was just like, dang. So I think we just gotta, like I said, we just gotta get to that threshold of like 50K or something. But like that's a long way ahead because like we gotta get there first before we can even consider that. But
yeah.
we'll see. Um,
Slow grind.
that's so grand. Let's see what else. What else I want to talk about? I had something I wanted to mention, but I don't
Oh,
remember.
one more thing before we get off like the uh, content topic is like you said with Sunshine, like nobody's like oh my god Mario. I mean some people are, but everyone's seen Sunshine. The point is too like how I like to think of it is like again like watching Let's Plays like Super Mega or Game Grumps. I don't watch it be like oh my god the gameplay. I watch it
The
for
reaction,
the
yeah,
reaction and the commentary. Like, I think there's some games that are like classics that every Let's Play channel should do because it's just you have to. It's just I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Faux show, faux show. Fuck, I'm trying to. I'm looking at current events right now. 'Cause I'm trying to talk about like. Oh, um, I don't know if I should talk about this, but the Omnicron variant.
the omni-man COVID
The omni-man variant is starting to hit some places. What specifically I saw because I'm doing my paper specifically on North Korea,
hmm
so I've been doing a lot of research recently, and I was kind of curious, like what's going on in South Korea right now? Like just kind of curious.
Yeah.
And the omni-man variant, and in South Korea, so like unlike America, America is very like political about how they feel about vaccines,
My blood
and
runs red, white, and blue.
and South Korea, like ever since March of 2020, they had like a little like tiny spike, and then it was basically just flat
Because
for like
they just held it down.
exactly. They just held it down perfectly from like 2020, but they kept it under control for a while. But now that Delta and Omni Man are here, it literally skyrocketed. Like it's like almost as it's worse. It's worse in South Korea than it is here right now.
Damn.
Just to give you.
Well, I mean, I feel like with something like that, it's less of like the political, like if you're like the amount of vax people or
No.
not. It's more of just the fact that there's like
The good news
the amount of
is
people in such a smaller space. That's more of what I
yeah.
think that is.
The good news is that basically everyone's vaccinated. So
Yeah.
people get sick for like a second. Worst case scenario, they go to the hospital, be like, be like, okay, you're good. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
the like yeah, like the what's it called? A lot of people are getting sick, but nobody's dying, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
So here, a lot of people are getting sick, and a decent amount of people are dying, which is like, whoa, we could prevent this.
hmm
But so I just thought, like yeah, COVID continues during these trying times.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
but
at this point, I'd say give it like 2 more years max, and then I think we're kind of normal. But what's crazy
yeah,
too to think is technically it's like a historical pandemic, but like from this point on, like it's gonna be like people are gonna like look and think of like like just illnesses like a lot more different, a lot more conscious of like washing your hands and that like the small.
I've
shit.
always been conscious. I've always been conscious of washing my hands. I feel like you're a disgusting animal. You don't wash your damn hands.
I mean,
My dad's
like, I'm not
always
saying I don't wash my hands, but like my argument is like, are you gonna die, Sam? You gonna die from it?
no, but I'll get sick. I don't want to get sick.
Fucking
Because I usually said, here's my strat. All right, my dad taught me this, and everyone should follow this strat too.
All right, everyone, listen up. If you're in the car right now,
Twice.
if you're in the car right now, pull to the side of the road. You need to listen to Sam's hand washing tips. All right, go, Sam. You have the floor.
You spray whatever you got, whether it's the foam or like the syrup. You lather, then you turn on
Say
the
the
hot
ABCs.
water.
Say the alphabet.
No, I don't sing ACs. I count. I just count to 20. You first scratch, wrist, and then lather for the next like 15 seconds. Make sure you really get underneath the nails. Then once you're done, turn off the water. 2 splashes, and then either put it in the drying machine or get the paper towels, and then you're done. And my dad said this. I remember when I told him about my dad's bathroom technique. That's it. That's literally it. Because then it's like you gotta wash your hands. Always wash your hands. So like very always adamant about like hygiene. I'm not like a germaphobe.
A germaphobe, but you're not a fucking bum,
Yeah, I'm not a bum. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Some guys really just dive their hands in the water like I'm good.
Hey, I'm good.
Yeah.
My hands are washed.
You literally I remember seeing some quote back early in the pandemic. It was like if everybody was social distancing and everybody washed their hands and put face masks, there would be 0 COVID cases right now. It's just like if everyone actually listened instead of saying they were doing something, they would actually be safe.
I mean, realistic. Like again, I mean, especially America more than like any other country. Not to be like just like I'm a free American, that type of shit. But like realistically, like say like that, like it, maybe not a 2-week lockdown, but it's like a month lockdown. Where literally like almost like every person was in their house, like locked in their house, like some like martial law type shit. That would have done it. That would have been it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like if you like literally that type of beat, like I mean again, obviously you can't threaten it, but like some like like if you're caught outside your house, you'll be shot. Like that is like
but
that's like that.
You can't do that in America.
No, you can't do that in America unless if this was like some like alien virus, or was like it is like a
Yeah, so
100%
I like
chance of death.
if COVID was like way more serious, I feel like
Like
more people would take
50%
it
chance of
serious.
death. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like I remember like Ebola broke out. Like if Ebola was like if Ebola didn't get out of Africa and it was like just spreading everywhere, everyone would have stayed home. Like no questions asked. Like yes, but like
Yes,
versus
sir.
but now it's just like I said. I think COVID's just gonna become like flu number two. Like people are just gonna get their 5G every year and then just deal with it.
Get your microchip.
Get your microchip and hopefully so honestly I just see like the bigger cities need to calm down because all like the smaller suburban areas and even like have basically been like okay we're back to normal
Hmm.
and like and also certain states like if you go to like Texas is basically back to normal.
Yeah.
Texas like cities like Austin and like Houston just like we do not care. So but anyway enough COVID talk just quick update on the state of COVID in 2021. Hopefully, by like I said, by 2023, this type of talk is just kind of like, yeah, it's whatever nowadays, but whatever.
Yeah.
Um, fuck. What
As I
was
said,
my other topic?
yeah. Now, what else do we have now?
Halo. So we talked about Halo Infinite on the last episode. Halo Infinite
uh,
finally came out. I enjoy it. I still play it. I don't. It's exactly what I wanted from Halo game because I wanted it to be like modernized for the modern day, but also still be Halo. And that's exactly what they did. And I think not Bungie, 343 Industries did a good job with keeping it true to the game. But also, like I said, I think the new Zoomers or people who have never played the game before probably don't like the game to begin with
that's
because they just
that's
never.
that's my take. I've never played a Halo game, and I've played this again. I enjoy it, but like the combat is slow, and there's like nothing to do. It is just a
Yeah,
slow and
but
boring
here's the
game.
thing.
But that's the thing.
That's Halo.
That's Halo. Yeah. So you know.
So that's just kind of like just kind of have to deal with it. So what else do we want to talk about? Fuck, I got
I made
nothing.
it.
Honestly.
I wrote a list down, and we already talked about everything. Oh, on our
What?
Let's Plays, I was just double checking. I just haven't because I've just been slinging videos out for a Mario Sunshine Let's Play. Go check it out. It's pretty funny. You know, just listen to us
Good
talk.
stuff.
It's pretty goofy. The outro music we use, it's copyright claimed.
Is that what that was about? Because I
Yeah,
saw that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the
It's
videos
our
got
outro
struck.
music, which is weird because, again, obviously, like we didn't fully like do the research for it. 'Cause it's not that big of a deal. We can always remove it, and we're not making any money anyways. But one of those default like royalty free music websites. I use one of the songs, and it gets claimed. And I look it up. That song is an actual song by a thing, but it's for some reason on that website as a free usable song.
Right. So yeah, some of these songs are like owned by, like I said, most of the time it's just a machine that
That's what I'm saying.
uh,
It's not the
artist. Yeah. So
yes.
like for
It's
example,
not
if
that
like Young
company coming
Bay.
after us going like, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 let's play channel with like 14
Yeah.
subscribers and 3 views.
Yeah. Like yeah. So, what's it called? Young like if Young Bay could technically strike down our Young Bay video, but like obviously knowing him, he probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and the only
But
Young Bass song you use is like he it was a song he made, but like I don't know if it's his necessarily.
exactly, right? So like it's up to like the YouTube algorithm to decide whether this is copyright struck or not. And most of the time they don't care.
Hmm.
So unless like
It depends on
unless
what
you're
it
Ludwig,
is.
did you see what happened to Ludwig?
What was he? Oh yeah, I do remember. He was that Baby Shark
So
thing when
on
he's
it,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
So he played Baby Shower for like 6 seconds, like literally barely anything, and he
Oh,
got banned midstream on his third day. Imagine a
yeah.
third day on the job, be like, "Hey, motherfucker, listen up.
Boom, suspended
I'm
for
not,
yeah.
I'm not messing around here." Like
Yeah. So
they
yeah,
were,
Ludwig just recently too. He switched to YouTube. He would
yes.
basically everyone streams on Twitch. Twitch is just like the prime streaming
I
platform.
think here's my take. I think that Twitch culture is like unbeatable. Like
Yes,
Twitch culture is just so
you
good and so much fun.
you can't artificially replicate it. Mixer, got fucking
Yeah.
put down. Microsoft's like, I'm sorry, girl.
YouTube, I think what YouTube does well is like the VOD, like the way they handle VODs is insane. It's basically just another YouTube video. You just click on it and you can like drag it like a normal
Yeah,
YouTube video.
yeah. No, that's good.
And they also pull in the views. I remember like when Ninja was like after Mixer got shut down,
The Blevs.
Ninja had like a choice between Twitch and like YouTube, and I think foolishly he chose Twitch. And now he said he clocks in like 3,000 viewers with like a couple of like unless if he plays Fortnite he gets like 10K views.
Yeah,
But if he doesn't
he
if he doesn't
show
play Fortnite,
he shows up in my suggested thing every once in a while. Like, oh, he's playing Fortnite. He got like 10K. But again, Sam, his thing, he streams because he wants to. Sam, he could retire right now,
okay,
buy your house, make your
okay.
like he has too much money.
Bad example, I guess. Bad example, I guess, because I remember when he came back from Mixer, he streamed on YouTube and he had like 200K viewers. Like
Jesus.
literally, I said like YouTube. I think YouTube is the future when it comes to views, and if somehow YouTube can like get the Twitch culture without getting the Twitch culture, like exactly copying it, I think it's over for Twitch. Because Twitch, like people inside Twitch basically said like the streaming wars are over. We won. You know, like Twitch
Yep.
thinks they've already won this thing. Like this thing's like set in stone. It's over. So they're not trying to improve the game, while
No,
YouTube
because
is like
they
slowly.
have the game.
Yeah, so but YouTube is slowly catching up, and I think people are sleeping on YouTube.
But
The YouTube just needs like their golden boy, right? Because like Twitch, like Ludwig was Twitch's golden boy, and he fucking went to fucking YouTube. They need someone to like grow on YouTube and then stay on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because all their
yeah,
streamers are like they grew on Twitch, and then they got bought out by like Tim the Tatman, Valkyrie, and now Ludwig are like all YouTube streamers. And here's the thing, it's funny too. I used to watch Tim the Tatman and Ludwig like on stream. And ever since I moved to YouTube, I don't watch them anymore, even though they get more views.
yeah. Again, I think we talked about this before, maybe off camera, but I do not like YouTube streaming stuff because, like, again, like Tim the Tatman, for example, like if he's like up there in the street, I'd see him on Twitch. On YouTube,
Yeah,
never see him. I didn't even know that, Sam. I'll be honest. I did not even know that. Like,
yeah,
and same with Ludwig. What was kind of annoying is, it was his first day. It was the first day he was going to stream on YouTube. It was like his debut stream, and I go to my homepage. It says like, oh, because you can do like a preset. It's like, oh, Ludwig's going to stream in like 45 minutes. Like, oh, that's cool. I think I'll check that out later. Then when you click on his channel, it doesn't say he's going to start streaming.
yeah.
I
You have to go
think
to
that's
videos.
horrible. No, you even go to videos, it doesn't show up. That's lame as hell.
For me, it does.
Oh, maybe I'm just dumb, but
Like if you go, like for example, let's say if you go to our channel, right, like PowerPoint TV, if we're live on YouTube, it's probably it says if someone subscribed, then it's gonna be recommended to them on the homepage, and they just gotta
yeah,
find it.
if they're
And if they
live,
don't
no,
find,
if they're live, it's different. But it's the point. What I'm saying is, it was the thing that said like, oh, he's going to be live in like 40 minutes.
oh
That thing. I
that
think
is
that's
so that is okay. So here's how it works. It's like so I've done this before because I used to cheat the system. I used to stream on like YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer at the same time. Um,
bro.
you
Can you
use
still do that?
Yes, we should do that. But
Yeah.
I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Um, um, YouTube has this thing where they have like a pre-schedule. Like they don't want you like you can't just there isn't like a go live button. You like have to like you had to like pre-schedule it. So what I used to do is like I pre-scheduled it for like a minute, and then I went live. So like if I were starting at like 1:30, it'd start at 1:31.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked for like a thumbnail and everything for like the stream. Um, but it's really just like once it goes live, that thing becomes the live stream.
Yeah.
So and that should show up in the video section of that person's channel.
Yeah.
It should be like
Yeah.
the number. It should be the number one video, like that's just like it just says live. And then also YouTube also they don't have to worry about VODs because it's a YouTube video.
It turns
You
into a
just leave it
video.
there.
Yeah. Right when you're done with it.
So, but like, here's the thing. So yeah, I used to do a lot of stuff like 2020. So when I was running my personal account, I thought streaming was the way to go. Streaming is the way to grow, and I still do think that. Like YouTube videos, like just releasing YouTube videos on a week basis, I don't think is the best way to grow anymore. I think TikTok and like streaming are like the way to get big.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if you stream on Twitch and you're like a partner or an affiliate, they don't want you streaming anywhere else. But like I said, Twitch kind of owns the game, so there's kind of two ways I think you should grow. One is loyalty, right? Let's say you start on like Twitch gaming or whatever, YouTube, and then you just stick with it, right? Like you just stick to that organization, like they give you like you just start there and you just go from there. But
Mm-hmm.
the problem is that you're not marketing yourself on other platforms.
Yeah.
So there's this thing called Restream Dot Io, which I think this is the second option, which is essentially so like when you stream on Twitch, right? They give you a Twitch stream key. That's your key. Every time you go live, it's gonna go through them. Then goes through OBS, which goes live.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Instead of doing that, you use Restream, and then you connect all your separate accounts to one stream key that you make. So what I used to do is like when I used to like host Smash tournaments or like Smash like arenas for Ultimate during like the peak pandemic. This is like April to like the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer all at the same time. And then if you take the total amount of viewers, I'd probably had like 30 viewers all at once. Because there would be like 10 on YouTube, 10 on Twitch, and like 5 on Mixer.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like, oh, interesting, like, and then like people would be like, oh, and I would tell people on that channel who discover me, like, hey, go to my Twitch, or hey, go to my YouTube, hey, and that kind of just like branches out.
Yeah.
And so this is the problem though, Twitch, this is how they fuck you over. When you're not, if you're not an affiliate, like if we started streaming on the Power Punch TV channel right now, we wouldn't have channel points, we wouldn't have subs, we wouldn't have like we basically wouldn't have shit. Like we can't make the Twitch culture. We don't get access to the Twitch culture until we build like a decent following.
Yeah.
Like once he became a Twitch affiliate, it basically said, "Hey, sign here, motherfucker, because you're not going anywhere else."
Yeah.
So, and to get from affiliate to partner is almost impossible. Most people can't do it. The last person I saw to get partner that was kind of cool was Whodat. Whodat 950.
What's the
Like
requirements for a YouTube partner? Because affiliate, it's just like 50 followers and like, right?
it's like 50 followers. You have to have at least 3 viewers and a certain amount of hours watched. So like 100, like so people have to actually watch your stream. People have to be in it, and they have to like, have like 50 people follow it.
Yeah.
Partner, I said it's like basically the same thing. I think it's like 1,000, like more followers and more hours watched, which I did hit those 2 goals. The one goal I couldn't hit is to average 75 viewers. That was hard. The most I ever got on a Twitch stream was like 20.
Oh my god.
And even then it was yeah, so like getting to 75 viewers on Twitch is hard. So the last person I saw was Whodat 950, which is like a leech off of Atriarch.
Yeah, he kind of, his thing was a little artificial, but I mean,
But like but you made it. So like being partnered is like huge because then that gives you like all the being the benefits of being like a Twitch partner.
Yeah.
But like you said, that jump to like the affiliate, it basically makes it impossible. Like technically, you're breaking the rules on Restream, like because it says like you can't stream anywhere else except for Twitch. It's like, and that makes sense, right? Because they want you to grow on there and they want you to stay because that's how they get their money.
Yeah.
But listen, I have seen partners and affiliates Restream. And usually, like, instead of, like, banning them, they just get, like, a little, hey, don't do that.
Like, stop that.
Yeah, like, Too Mad, I think, did that. Dream. Because, like, Too Mad definitely streams on both YouTube and Twitch. Especially all the crazy shit he does.
Yeah. Too Mad. Dude, Too Mad is, like, an anomaly. Like, I don't understand.
Exactly. So if they tell if they tell Too Mad to stop, like he's probably not gonna fucking listen.
No,
so,
dude.
If we decide to like really get like
mad.
into the streaming game, I deadass might consider just restreaming on Power Punch. Like that's because like that's the way to grow. And here's the thing: we don't sign the affiliate contract until we're confident we get like because you never have to sign it. You can in theory just stream on Twitch forever and never sign anything, but you said you don't get the benefits of like subs and all that shit. But that's what makes Twitch Twitch. So that's kind of like the whole point. So
Yeah.
Restream.io is definitely like the way to grow. Like it's the only way to grow, I think, nowadays. You have to like start somewhere. And unless you have like a big leech, like Huda had a big leech, his name's Atriarch. And we don't really have that type of power, right? We can't just be like
Yet. We don't have that power yet.
I would love to.
We need
We
need a sugar mama.
I don't know who our sugar mama's gonna be. At the moment, so I wish we need a collab like ASAP. Like with somebody, cause like I'd rather like I saw a great Mr. Beast TikTok that's like, if it's just you and if it's just you and you don't learn your mistakes on YouTube, you never really like you're like growing one step at a time. versus like if you and a group of people like try to grow together. It's like, hey, don't do this. Like one guy says, hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do this. Don't do that. And you take the lessons from other people and the lessons you learn, and then you grow together, and that's gonna exponentiate versus like you going one single stair at a time and figuring it out the hard way.
Yeah.
So we need a collab. I said, any small YouTubers out there, literally hit me up on my on Twitter DMs. I do not care.
All 5 people listening to this right now, make a YouTube channel and collab with us.
Exactly. So, but I'm good on ending on that.
Yeah.
We got a long week ahead of us. Hopefully, I'll have more energy in the next podcast. But Chris, you can sign us off.
I mean, yeah.
It's just one of those weeks.
One of those weeks, and it's late for when we're recording. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you stuck through, what did I say last time? Yeah, it was the lost episode. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you're driving right now, you're driving the car right now, aren't you? Careful. Make sure that car in front of you, you're spaced well. Check your mirrors.
What do you listen to?
Us? You listen to us, aren't you? Is the heat on? Better be. It's cold. Maybe it's not cold where you live.
Have you called your mom in a minute?
When was the last time you talked to your parents? Or you're on your way home?